this is Shaft for Difference of Skill, and I'm bringing you episode 13 of Cards for Thoughts. And today I will be doing Stealth Beast Tamahagane. So I've been doing a lot of new Batama units, and recently I have basically fallen in love with my new Batama deck. I think it's really good. I went undefeated, I think, if I recall correctly. I went undefeated at the team tournament with new Batama, so I felt pretty good about that. So I'm going to talk quickly about Stealth Beast Tamahagane. So this guy, before he was actually fully spoiled, his translations were wrong, so I didn't read it properly, so I thought he wasn't that great. But actually, this card is actually really insane. So let me read out to you his effect. When this unit is placed onto the Vanguard Circle or Rearguard Circle, if you have a new Batama Vanguard, choose up to one of your opponent's Rearguards, bind it face up. At the end of that turn, your opponent puts that card back into his or her hand. So, essentially he does nothing by himself, because, well, I guess you could say he stops an intercept at best by himself. But realistically, you're starting with Kuroko, the starter, which when you boost a new Batama and hit, you may take up to 2 cards from the bind zone and send them to the drop zone if you hit. And that's with no cost. The cost is essentially Soul Blast 1. It's a Soul Blast 1, so essentially it has no cost. So, Tamahagane is one of those guys who are very powerful if you ride it at level 2. Because cards like Lincho, what is he called? Little Dragon Eradicator Lincho or something? Anyways, that's the Eradicator starter. It's a really annoying card because it is when it boosts a new an Eradicator and hits Vanguard, you may soul charge it, counterblast 1, and kill a grade 1. This is Tamahagane essentially acts as Lincho. By when you ride him, you can take your opponent's starting Vanguard or anything else and put it into the bind zone, and Kuroko will be able to take it out of there. Because if you boost himself with Kuroko, and that's like 14, they're gonna have to give you a decent amount, or else they're not gonna block it properly. So Tamahagane is really quite the good grade 2. My current grade 2 lineup is 3 Tamahagane, 3 10k beater, and 3 of the guy that gets stronger, although that's not really relevant in this current video, but still. This card is very good in the later stages of the game as well, because the deck does not have a lot of crit triggers, so when your opponent's at 4 damage, they can just no guard your Vanguard and hope for it and be relatively safe. When you break ride, you make your opponent discard a card and bind a card from their hand. Then if you play a Tamahagane again, you can bind another card, and then if you hit with your Vanguard, which is like if you break ride your break ride, then your Vanguard becomes 21, and then you boost it with your starter Kuroko, it's 26, and if you hit, then you get to send 2 of their cards from their bind zone, which would be the one that Tamahagane got there himself, and the break ride. So it pushes you a bit more extra value. I got that to happen for me a couple of times as well. Because he took it at 4, I didn't get a crit, but I got a +2 off of it, along with the discard 1 from the break ride's effect, and it was just really good from there. So yeah, this is my episode 13 of Cards for Thought. Stealth Beast Tamahagane, very good. If you guys are to make new Batama, you should pick these up quickly, I guess you could say, when you get the set, because this guy, I don't know, I think new Batama has a chance to be up there in the tiers, but it currently is being dominated by Chaos Breaker Dragons and stuff, so I'm not sure how that goes. But new Batama is definitely not a sleeper clan. People are sleeping on new Batama, so you probably should look out for it, because when I'm playing new Batama, I feel like I'm pretty good at doing what I need to do, and it's quite powerful. So yeah, that'll be my episode 13, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Bye bye.